Okay, so the next test, you follow me. Okay, write it down, okay. It will be your test 5.2H, I think, under your exercise 5.2, and these questions B 18, 19 and 20. You'll find this on textbook pages 111 and 112. So write it likewise along with me. Let me read the first question, B18. Okay, the sum of the 4th and the 8th terms of an AP is 24, and the sum of the 6th and the 10th terms is 44. So there are two conditions given there in the question. Let us write them down. So given to us is the sum of the 4th and the 8th term is 24. So let us put this one as equation 1. And the 6th and the 10th term. So A6 is the 6th term value and the 10th term value A10 is 44. These two are clearly given to us. And the last sentence of the question, you look there. Find the first three terms. So that is what we are supposed to find. So that is A plus D second term, and the third term A plus 2D. So we're going to use this formula to find the first three terms, which means we will be needing to find A and D. Then we can easily find the first three terms, A plus 2, A plus D and A plus 2D. So let's try to do that. So from equation number 1, here A4 plus A8 is equal to 24. So let us apply the third formula, nth term. Here An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D means. Using the logic of this formula, we can apply for A4 means A plus n minus 1 into D. N minus 1 here is 4 minus 1 because the specific value of n is given here. Just like An equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Using the same reasoning or logic of this formula, A4 will therefore be A plus 4 minus 1 is n minus 1 into D. Similarly, A8 using the same formula, A plus n minus 1 is 8 minus 1 into D will be equal to 24. So that gives you here A plus 4 minus 1 is 3D, here D, plus here A plus 8 minus 1 is 7, so 7D is equal to 4. So if we remove these brackets, there is a plus sign outside, so inside will be same thing, A plus 3D even after removing the bracket. Likewise here plus outside, so inside will remain same, plus A and plus 7D after removal of bracket also. So this is equal to 24, sorry. So here equal to 24. Then 1A plus 1A is 2A. Likewise plus 3D plus 7D is plus 10D is something just like 3 mangoes plus 7 mangoes is 10 mangoes. It's equal to 24. Now we see that we can make this equation simpler because there is a common factor in all these three terms here. 2 is going with all these three numbers, 2, 10 and 24. So let us remove the highest common factor on the left side of the equal sign, which is 2, and outside means A inside, plus 2 5s are 10, so 5D. 2 into 5D is 10D is equal to, this one is same 24. So A plus 5D therefore will be 24 divided by, now here nothing is there means into, so 2 into, if we shift from left to right, go down to denominator and we'll cancel 24, 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So we're getting a much simpler equation, A plus 5D equal to 12 by 1. That way we are having to contend with a simpler form of the equation rather than the more bigger numbers here, 2, 10 and 24. Otherwise, even if we don't do that and we use this slightly more elaborate equation also, you will get the same answer. But why do that? We make it simpler so solving becomes easier for us later on. So that gives you a, let's just keep a here and 12 same, and shift this plus 5d to right side, become 5d. Plus 5d becomes minus 5d, and let us keep this as equation number 3. So just as we did from equation 1, let us do the same thing for equation number 2. 2 is here. A6 plus A10 is equal to 44, as we can see here. So applying that formula again, the third formula, an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d for A6 and A10, we're going to get a plus n minus 1 into d for A6. Likewise for A10 plus a plus 10 minus 1 into d for A10, because the n value here is 10, so 10 minus 1 into d equal to 44. Let's proceed here. So that gives you here, okay, a and d we have to find. Okay, so here this one will be a plus 6 minus 1, quite simple, 5, right? 5d plus, then here a plus 10 minus 1 is 9, so 9d is equal to, right side is 44. I hope you're getting right. So here that implies here, remove the bracket and a plus 5d plus outside, so same will be inside after removal of bracket also. Here also plus outside. So after removal of bracket, same thing, plus a plus 9d equal to 44. And a plus a is 2a. 5d plus 9d is plus 14d is equal to 44. Again, we see 2 is going with all these three numbers, so we can remove that on the left side. 2 into a is 2a plus 2 7s are 14. I hope you're getting right. So here next, that gives you here a plus 7d is equal to 44 divided by this 2 will come down. So 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. So we're going to get here a value already expressed in terms of d here in 3. So this a here, which is the same here, let us replace with 12 minus 5d. 12 minus 5d for this, plus 7d is equal to 22 by 1 means simply 22, and we write here, since using equation 3 value, replacing the a value by 12 minus 5d, as you can see here, a equal to 12 minus 5d. Then we are going to get here 12 and then minus 5d plus 7d. So plus 7 is higher absolute value, so write it above, and lower absolute value minus 5, write it down. Write these things on your graph, okay? Now, plus minus means subtraction, so 7 minus 5 is 2, and bigger absolute value has plus sign, so here also plus for the 2 there. In other words, minus 5d plus 7d is plus 2d. This 2 done now equal to 22. That way we are going to nearly reaching the step where we'll get a value of d. So we're about to get d, which we need to use in this formula to find the first 3 terms. The first 3 terms is what the question is asking us to find, right? So 22, same thing, and shift this, no sign in front means plus 12. Shifted to right side become minus 12. So that gives you 2d is equal to 22 minus 12 is simply plus 10. So that gives you d value is equal to 10 divided by this 2 will come down. So 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10. So 5 by 1, in other words, is simply 5. So d value we found. Now we have to, once we find a, we can use these 2 values a and d to easily apply in this formula to find the first 3 terms. Great, so let us do that. We can continue here. So that gives you here using or putting, okay, Okay, putting or substituting whatever language you are accustomed with, putting d equal to 5 value that you got just now in equation number 3, we get, why specifically 3? Because we will notice that equation 3 has been perfectly arranged here, a equal to find a, and we're trying to find a, right? The same thing, a equal to 12 minus 5d is equation 3, and putting d equal to 5 in equation 3 means that simply means equal to 12 minus 5 into d value, put as 5 here, d in place of d 5, which is 12 minus 25, bigger absolute value minus 25, smaller one is plus 12, so minus plus means subtraction. So 5 minus 2 is 3 and 2 minus 1 is 1. Bigger absolute value 25 has minus sign, so we put here minus, so we're going to get here minus 13 as the a value. So we can write these things on your graph. So now clearly we have a equal to minus 13 and d equal to plus 5, as you can see here. So all that we need is a and d to put in this formula to find the first 3 terms, a plus d, and a plus 2d. So we can write there, therefore the first is the same language of the text. First 3 terms of the AP, first 3 terms of the given AP or AP are a, a plus d, a plus 2d, a1, a2, a3. First 3 terms, we're using this formula. So that is a, we just now minus 13, minus 13 for a, plus d here, as you can see, is 5, minus 13 again, putting the value of a minus 13, plus 2 into d here is 5. So we're going to get here, that is, the first 3 terms are minus 13, and then minus 13 plus 5 is minus 8 subtraction. You can write it on the rough, minus 8, and minus 13, and 2 5s are 10, so minus 13 plus 10 is minus 3 because it's subtraction. Bigger one minus, so here minus. So the first 3 terms of this AP series are minus 13, minus 8, and minus 3. Yes, same as the textbook answer. So that's our answer for B18. I hope you got that right. Now let us go to B19. Okay, B19. Read the question for us, B19. Question number B19. Find this on page 112. Look into your question on your textbook and let me read it. Listen carefully. Subba Rao started work in 1995, in the year 1995, that means. And an annual salary means yearly. In 1 year, he's getting rupees 5,000 to start with in 1995. And he's receiving an increment of rupees 200 each year. In which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? So let us just write here. Let his income, Mr. Rao income, let his income reach rupees 7,000 in the nth year. We're trying to find that. We don't know. In the 5th year or the 7th year, we don't know. We're going to find what is this n value. Now, here clearly given. Okay. Annual salary and receive an increment of, okay, salary salary in the first year. Salary in the first year. Let's listen carefully. First year, that is specifically when he started in the year 1995. Let us denote by A1 is his starting salary for 1 year was. In 1 year he was earning rupees 5,000. Then salary in the second year. On the same logic, let us put A2 will be rupees first year salary A1 plus every year increment of 200 means increment means addition. So in the year 1996 A2 is he was getting in year an increase of 200. Increment means this like this. So that is rupees 5,200. Similarly, salary in the third year A3 will be whatever his salary the previous year A2 5,200 plus every year equal increment 200. So that is rupees 5,400. Very simple. So finally, salary in the nth year, the year where he reached 7,000, means AN rupees, the last one, 7,000. So when did he reach 7,000? In which year? In the third year it was only 5,400. In which particular year? In the 7th or 8th or whatever, and that year is going to reach this. That's what it means. So hence his salary, Mr. Subbarao salary is increasing, increasing in AP as shown here, as shown below, or as shown here, whatever you like to put, as shown here. Here means A1 5,000, A2 5,200, A3 5,400, comma, dot, we don't know, comma, and the last one in the nth year 7,000. So we are saying it's increasing in arithmetic progression because there is equal increase here, 5,000 and plus 200, 5,200, 5,200 plus 200, 5,400. So there is a common difference between the A2, A1, A3, A2. It is same, A3 minus A2, 200, 5,400 minus 5,200, 200. A2 minus A1, common difference. A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2. Again, 5,200 minus 500, 200. So if a list of numbers is having common difference, then surely that's AP, because the only confirmatory characteristic of whether a list of numbers is in AP or not is that they should have common difference. That's all. So because there is a common difference, we are saying it's increasing in arithmetic progression in a fashion that is characteristic of an arithmetic progression. So this is arithmetic progression. So if it's an arithmetic progression, so here we have A or A1, the first term value 5,000, and we have here D, common difference is A2 minus A1. As you can see here, I'm using that 5,200 minus A1 5,000 is equal to simple common sense also 200. So D is 200, A is 5,000, and the last term, the year where he reached his salary reached 7,000, is the nth year we have put in the beginning assumption. So and nth year, his salary in the nth year, and you can write if you want salary in the nth year, which is AN. nth term value or salary in the nth year, an equal to 7,000. So that's what we're getting. So now we can solve this one and find out in which year his salary is going to reach 7,000. If we find n, that means we'll find the year in which it reached. So let's do that. That is an is equal to 7,000 we're getting here, as you can see. That implies a plus n minus 1 into d, because I'm using this formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This one I've replaced an by that one, 7,000. A value here, as you can see, is 5,000 plus n we don't know yet, so n minus 1 into d is, I think here, 200. As you can see, d value equal to 200 is equal to here 7,000. So n minus 1 into d, which is 200, this one equal to 7,000, the same thing here. Let us shift this to right side. Now no sign in front means plus 5,000. Shifted to right side will become minus 5,000. So n minus 1 into 200 will be equal to 7,000 minus 5,000. Common sense also is quite easy. 2,000 will be left. So that gives you here n minus 1 is equal to 2,000 divided by into here. So 200 shifted to right will go down to denominator. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 0 cancel. 2 ones are 2. 2 tens are 20. So we're getting that. So here we're going to get n equal to, so here n, this one is 10, so just write it 10 by 1 means 10. Let us shift this minus 1 to the right side, and then minus 1 become plus 1. So n value is 11. Hence, in the 11th year, because nth year is the year where his salary reached 7,000. In the 11th year, his income or salary, okay, let me add something here. In the 11th year, in bracket you can also specify the year if you want. That is in, now his salary started in 1995. He started working 1995. So we have 11th year means we'll have to include 95 also. So starting from 1995, 96, 97, 98, 99, 5. Okay, 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 11. So in 2005, okay. Count once more, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and 11 year means 2005. In the 11th year, that is in the year 2005, his income was able to reach, or his income reached rupees 7,000. So 11th year is our answer. Okay, so let me check the answer once at the back. 5.2, number 19. Yes, 11th year. Okay, so let us go to 20. Last question. Similar to the one we did just now. Okay, so it shouldn't be hard. 20. B20. Question B20, the last question for this test part. Ramakali saved rupees 5 in the first week of a particular year and then increased her weekly savings by rupees 1.75. If in the nth week her weekly savings became rupees 20.75, find n. So here weekly savings. Okay, let me just write here a bit below. Weekly savings means her weekly savings in the first week. Let us suppose A1 is equal to, when she started in the first week of a particular year, she was getting a weekly saving, she was saving a weekly amount of ₹5 there. That's A1. So weekly savings in the second week. Obviously A2 will be A1 5 plus her weekly saving was equal each week, so 1.75. she was increasing. After first week she has increased her savings by 1.75, means plus 1.75, which is equal to rupees, or you can write here also rupees 5.00, because there are two decimal places here, 1.75, because when we're adding we have to make sure the decimal are on the same line. Both are plus, as you can see. So add 5 plus 0, 5, 7 plus 0, 7, 5 plus 1, 6, 6.75. Just showing how decimals are added. Okay, next one, write it down, and I may not show. Next one, weekly savings in the third week, which is A3 will be there for. Similarly, whatever she was saving in the second week, that was there, plus she increased by 1.75 each week. So there is equal increase every time. So if you add these two, 6.75 and here 1.75, decimal should be on the same line as I said when we are adding or subtracting. So both are plus, so add 5 plus 5, 10. 1 remainder, so 7 plus 7, 14, plus 1 remainder, 15, 1 remainder. 6 plus 1, 7, plus 1 remainder from here, 8, so equal to rupees 8.50. So here her weekly savings likewise in the nth week is given in the question. AN, look there, first statement, last statement, if in the nth week her weekly saving became rupees 20.75, so in the nth week, which we don't know, her weekly saving reach every week 20.75. that's given in the question. So therefore, or hence, you can also say whatever you like, therefore or hence, we see her weekly savings is clearly increasing in equal amounts, means increasing in AP as shown here. You can see 5 plus 1.5, 1.75. This is 6.75. Again 6.75 plus same amount. So increasing by equal amount means they have a common difference. So that's why it is we are saying increasing in AP. So let's show the first one is 5, 6.75, then 8.50, or 8.5, and then here dot 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 in between we don't know, the last one is in the nth week is 20.75. so this series is AP. Her weekly savings is increasing in the pattern of an AP. So here first term value A or A1 is here 5 clearly. Common difference is A2 minus A1, so 6.75 minus A2 minus A1. I'm using this A2 minus A1D. So 6.75 bigger, no sign means plus. Minus 5 smaller, so minus 5 point. Decimal should come on the same line. Wherever there are no digits, we compensate with, or we fill them up with zeros in simple language. Plus minus means subtraction. 5 minus 0, 5. 7 minus 0, 7. 6 minus 5, 1. So bigger absolute value plus, so here also plus. Plus 1.75 is what is the value of B. everywhere. So, and question says in the nth week means an value is 20.75. That's what is given, as you can see here also in the textbook last statement also. In the nth week, her weekly income became rupees 20.75, means an value is 20.75. So let us apply the formula a plus n minus 1 into d for an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, as I put here, equal to 20.75. So here a, you can see here it is 5. So let us substitute a value there for 5 and plus n we don't know yet, n minus 1 into d is this one, d value, as you can see, 1.75 is equal to 20.75. So as we keep on solving, we're going to get here, that implies n minus 1 into 1.75, and this one same, equal to here 20.75. Let us shift this one here, no sign in front, plus 5, shift to right side, become minus 5. So n minus 1 into 1.75 will become plus 20.75. This one bigger absolute value, no sign means plus. Here minus 5 means minus. 5 should come here, so the decimal is on the same line and empty spaces filled up by zeros. Decimal should be on the same line while adding or subtracting. Plus minus or subtractions, 5 minus 0, 5. 7 minus 0, 7. Then 10 minus 5 is 5. To make 10 here, we borrowed 1 from 2, so only 1 left, so here 1. Bigger one plus, so here also plus. So we're getting this, write these things on your graph. So 20.75 minus 5 is plus 15.75. So once we're through with that, we're going to get here n minus 1 is equal to 15.75 here, divided by this into 1.75, shift to right side. Then we'll go down to denominator. Almost there. Okay, we will need this part, so let me write it out, because you have already written, I mean. So that gives you here n minus 1 is equal to 15.75 by 1.75. Now decimal and numerator is fine usually, but in the denominator, decimal in denominator is harder to simplify. So let us remove it. Now, how do we remove decimal? Listen carefully. In a decimal number, on the left side of this point are called integral part. So this is, no need to write, this part is the integral part. On the right side are called of the point are called decimal part. So decimal has 2 places now, 1, 2. So we have to remove this decimal, we have to multiply by 2 zeros, means 100. Okay, so whatever we put there, we put here also. Had there been 3 places like this, we would have to multiply it in order to remove, because there are 3 decimal places, 3 zeros. Had there been only 1, then we multiply by only 1 zero. I hope you got it. So that's how we remove decimals, by multiplying by zeros. Now here, in the process, we'll find that we end up removing the numerator also. But the necessity is that of removing the decimal from the denominator anyway. It's the priority. Okay. So here n minus 1 will be equal to, when we multiply decimals to powers of 10, these are called powers of 10. 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3, like that. So when you multiply decimals to powers of 10, decimal will move or shift to the right according to the number of zeros there. So when you multiply 15.75 to 100, there are 2 zeros. So this decimal will be shifted to 2 places on the right side because of these 2 zeros. So we now see the decimal has gone to the right side of 5 means, in other words, disappeared, right? Here again 2 zeros, so this will shift the decimal. No need to mark these arrows, okay? marking to explain, to make it clear to you, to us. So here on the right, because of these two zeros, because of multiplying to 100, and these two zeros, so 1, 2, so no more decimal. So 175 point means we don't need to write 0.0, which we need not specify. So now we can easily cancel with 5. I think 5 3s are 15. But 17 is there, so 16, 17, 2 in hand. That 2 will go to the left side of 5. If 2 goes to the left of 5, we're getting 25 here. So 5 5s are 25. So since we use 5 here, here also we have to use 5. So 5 3s are 15 up to here. No remainder, then 7 means 5 1s as 5 will go because 2 will be too much. 5 2s are 10. 5 1s are 5, 6, 7, 2 in hand. That 2 will go to the left side of 5 again, this 5. So it becomes 25 here. So 5 5s are 25. Again 5 is going. So 5 7s are 35. 5 6s are 30. 31. So 1 remainder, that 1 will go to the left side of this 5. So left side, right is this side, left become 15 here. 5 3s are 15. Then 7 1s are 7, 7 9s are 63. Quite easy. So we'll be getting here, that implies n equal to 9 here. 9 by 1 means simply 9 by 1 minus 9 minus 1 shift to right side plus 1. So that's our answer. So the question is saying, if in the nth week her weekly savings becomes 20.75, find the n. So therefore, or hence, whatever you like to put, hence the required value of n is equal to 10. In the 10th week, her savings will increase to 20.75 rupees. I think it's the same as the book answer. Let's check. Yes, 10. So that concludes the part, or completes the part for Test 5.2H. Okay, I hope you got it.